Hello, parents and students of Christian Life who are interested in cross country. My name is Coach Short or Mr. Short, or parents, you guys can just call me Matt. I just wanted to send this video and kind of just give you as much information as possible about the fall season of cross country that's coming up. You can imagine this as a formal parent meeting if we were able to meet here at school. The only reason I wanted to do this in video form is just because cross country season does begin before the school year starts. So we could meet at school, but I just think this would be easier with the technology that we have, that I can just send as much information possible to you guys and to your families. So I will hopefully not make this video too long. I just have some different points that I want to go through about the season. And if you do have any other questions after the video, please feel free to give me a call, give me a text, or shoot me an email. That would be great. But just to introduce myself again, I am Coach Short, again, or students, you can call me Mr. Short if I have taught you before. This is my first season coaching cross country ever. So I'm very excited about the possibility, or not the possibility, but me doing this. I'm very excited. I have met with Coach Thomas many times. He has actually wanted me to help with cross country in the last couple years as I was teaching here at Christian Life. I just could not find the time to do it, and I just really feel like God really opened up my schedule a little bit this fall, and I'm able to coach this season. So I'm very excited. We are definitely going to miss Coach Thomas around here at Christian Life, but he has set this program up for success, and I'm excited to just kind of continue the success that he has built in this program. But just a little bit about me. This is my 5th year teaching at Christian Life. I do teach the middle school Bible classes, so the 7th and 8th graders. So I probably have hopefully taught a lot of you who are coming to join cross country, but if I have not, I'm hopefully excited maybe to have you. But a little bit of history about me in cross country is I participated in cross country when I was in high school. I did track and field when I was in middle school, but I ran cross country at Tremper High School in Kenosha. I was able to go to state twice. And I loved the sport when I was in school. I thought it was a great social sport that I could meet a lot of people and really push myself to limits that I never imagined were possible. I was able actually just recently to run a half marathon, which I hadn't been running in a while, so that was really good for me to get back in shape a little bit. But I just really understand the importance of cross country, and not only just the physical aspect of it, that you can really just strengthen your body and you can really get in shape in a physical way. But I really honestly believe that spiritually, cross country is one of the most important sports to participate in, because it is just a true example of how we live our lives. When we're running and we're getting tired, it's the same thing in life. When we're just exhausted, there's so much going on, there's so many struggles that we're dealing with. God calls us to persevere, and God gives us the power and the strength to do that. And I believe as we practice and as we run, we're going to get better, just as if we were reading our Bible and praying in our daily life, we're going to get stronger in our personal relationship with Jesus. So I think both our relationship with Christ and cross country perfectly correlate. So I'm super passionate about it, and I'm excited for this season. So how this video will go is I'm just going to kind of have different parts of this meeting. So I'm going to go one part to the next. So just kind of follow along as best as you can. I'm going to kind of just whip as much information as possible to you guys, just because I just want it in your hands, and I just want clear communication between me and all of you. So yeah, that'll be the video. So the first segment that I want to talk about is the schedule of practices. So currently right now, if you have been joining us on our summer running, we've been meeting every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. at Pets Park. And we've been meeting for about an hour and a half, just kind of running, getting back in shape. But what I will say is, starting on August 16th, this is the first official day of practice, meaning this is when you got to show up. This is not summer running anymore. This is the mandatory practice that we will begin. And August 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, we will meet at 9 a.m. here at Christian Life. We are not going to be meeting at Pets Park anymore. We're going to meet here at Christian Life School starting at 9 a.m. on August 16th through the 20th, so Monday through Friday. We will meet there, 9 a.m., about an hour and a half. You guys can, parents, you can come and pick your student up around 10:30. We should be done. Then the following week, starting on August 23rd to August 27th, so that Monday through Friday, I begin work. So I will be here on campus, but I will be working throughout the day, which means we will start practice then at 3:40. So August 16th through the 20th, Monday through Friday, we will have practice at 9 a.m. Then the next week, we will meet starting on August 23rd at 3:40 in the afternoon. We will stay at that 3:40 time for the rest of the cross-country season. And this is for high school and middle school. So I would expect that both parties would be there at those practices. But as I was saying, we will stay at that 3:40 time throughout the rest of the season, because then the week after, August 23rd to the 27th, school is going to begin on that Monday. So you guys will just come right outside after school and we will start practice at 3:40. A couple things just about practices. We will meet in the back parking lot of Christian Life. So where the elementary students have recess, that is where the cross-country team met in years past, and I will just continue that tradition. I also want to say that practices are mandatory. I understand that people go on vacation. I understand that students get sick or things come up, but I really, really, really do need your student at practices. If I see that there is a student who misses a lot of practice, I'm not going to be able to have them run in meets. That's just not really fair to the other students who are coming every week and every day. So I want to make sure that you come to as many practices as possible. So that's why I'm kind of making them mandatory. But again, I understand if something comes up, please let me know. But starting on August 16th, those are mandatory practices. We will be getting uniforms. We will be talking about meets, when to show up, and different shoes. There's a lot of information that's going to be going on in those practices, so I really need you there. So again, just a quick recap. August 16th through the 20th, we will be meeting here at Christian Life at 9 a.m. Then on August 23rd to the 27th, we will meet here at 3:40. I go back to work. Students are not back in school. Then the week after, I think it's August 30th, is the first day of school, and we will begin after school practices those days. So if you have any questions about practices, let me know. This next section, I think will be maybe a little bit longer because it is all about the meets and the schedule for the year. So attached to this video, I have attached a schedule of the middle school meets and the high school meets. They are also on Team Snap. So if you go on Team Snap, please, you can see the schedule of all practices and meets. But I just wanted to give you maybe just a quick paper that has the meets as of now. If anything does change, I will let you know and maybe send you a new one. But as of now, those are the meets that are scheduled for this season of 2021. For your meets, I don't have this really in any specific order. I'm just going to talk a lot about the meets and what I know about meets and what you should be prepared for. So first, if there are any meets that are in Kenosha, so specifically there's a lot of meets at Parkside University near Pets Park, transportation will be more on the families. Most of those meets are either on a Saturday or after school. So I will most likely expect families to bring students to the meet. I might try to get maybe one van for some students who just do not have any transportation, but I am going to try to require that parents bring students to the meets if they are in Kenosha. Or if they are anywhere close to Kenosha. It just makes it easier on my end and also the school's end because there's a lot of fall sports and a lot of things are taken usually. So if it is a close meet, I'm just gonna expect that maybe parents can carpool or maybe older students can possibly drive some other runners to the meets. So just keep that in mind. I will make sure before every meet that we make sure that everyone has a ride there though. I will try to expect every student there about an hour and 15 minutes before the first race. And it's very important that you get there early so you can make sure you're changed. We have warm-ups, make sure that you get your numbers. We just need to make sure that we have plenty of time and that you're not running to the starting line, throwing on your spikes right before the race. So make sure that, again, I will remind you of this and remind your student every time that there's a meet, make sure we're there about an hour and 15, hour 30 before the race. Again, I said this, well, actually I didn't say this yet, but spikes, I will talk about it in a later video. Spikes are very important for high school runners. Make sure you get spikes. So I'll talk about that later. One rule that I do have is that your student stays for the entire meet. Some of the meets might have a JV girls, JV boys, varsity girls, varsity boys races. There might be 4 races in one meet, might be about 3-4 hours. I do expect that all students stay for the duration of the meet. I think it's really important for team morale that students don't just leave and don't support their other teammates. I think that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. So if there is an emergency that your family does need to leave a meet early, you need to come talk to me as the coach, but just know that there's an expectation that your student is there the whole meet. So if you as a parent want to come watch them first and you want to leave and come back and pick them up, that would be great. But I am going to expect that your student is there to support their teammates throughout it. And even at the middle school meets, I would expect the same. Those are probably a little bit shorter of meets than the high school ones, but that is going to be a rule that I'm going to stand by. I think it's kind of a respect thing to the rest of the team that we are supporting each other during the races and we're not just sitting in the grass hanging out, but we're actually on the sideline cheering our teammates on. So parents, feel free to stay the whole time as well. I know the students would love you cheering on other students as well. I do know that Christian Life has a tent that we can bring to the meet. So I will hopefully try to be in charge of that. Or if you as a parent feel like you would be trustworthy enough to put up the tent, that would really help me as the coach. That is where we can, as runners and as students, we can put our bags and our running shoes and our water bottles and things like that. We can have a station at each meet where we can put up the tent and put our stuff there. I don't know what this tent looks like yet. Coach Thomas just told me about it, so I will make sure that I get my hands on that. But if you as a parent are interested in maybe being the tent handler, let me know because that would be a huge help to me so I don't have to also lug that thing around with all my other stuff that I'm gonna have to bring. But that will be kind of our station at every meet. So you'll kind of just look for that tent. Again, I don't know what color it is. My guess is it's blue, but I don't know for sure. I will make sure to figure that out. But you'll look for us there, and then that's where you can meet us and see all the other parents, and your runner can put your stuff, put his or her stuff down. Then I think that's it for the meets. Well, one other thing actually is uniforms are very important for the cross-country meets. You'll have your singlet and you will have your shorts, and then you'll have your spikes or your shoes that you're running with. We will pass out jerseys and the singlets of the first week of practice. So during after August 16th. So it'll be one of those days when we're here at Christian Life, we will go through uniforms and we will get your students their uniforms. Make sure they have uniforms. I believe we also have warm-ups that I believe the athletic department has for us. Those will also be passed out if we have them. I'm not exactly sure about those, but we will have warm-ups and uniforms that you will need to bring every single meet. Also bring water bottles and things like that. So if you have any other questions about the meets or anything like that, let me know. I am sure I missed something in this 5-6 minutes in this segment. But if I did, I will make sure to get that information to you as soon as possible. But if you have a question, write it down and email me after this video. So the next subject that I want to talk about is communication to me throughout the season. So this is mostly for you parents, but I will talk about students as well. If you need to contact me in any way, I have given my information. I have a sheet of paper that I've been trying to give anybody who comes to summer running. But if I see your student soon, I will hopefully get this to you, but I can say it on the video as well. How you can contact me for anything. If you have questions about practice, what we did, if you have any advice that you know of that you would like to let me know of, please. If you have questions about meets, practices, whatever you have, this is how you can contact me. You can contact my email address, which is mshort@teachers.kclsed.org, or you can call me or text me at 262-909-4079. And I believe you can get my cell phone number on my CLS. So if you do have any questions, feel free to email me or call me, or just shoot me a text. Just please put your name in there so I do know that who you are when you text me. But again, don't what am I trying to say? Don't hold back. shoot me a text, shoot me a phone call, shoot me an email, whatever you need. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. This next section that I want to talk about is running shoes. If you are new to the sport and your family hasn't really had a cross-country runner before, it is really important that your student has a good pair of running shoes. So if you go to any Dick's Sporting Good or any athletic store and you ask the employee, hey, I am looking for some good running shoes, they will let you know of some good brands that you can get. But good brands that I know of are Nike or Asics. Those are probably my top two. A lot of the times I've always had Asics as my running shoe. You want something with a little bit more padding, but not too heavy, because cross country, your feet are gonna get tired. But you just want something that is, especially on our long runs, that are good comfort, that you're not gonna get shin splints or blisters and things like that. So try to get a good pair of running shoes before the season starts. And if you do get a new pair of running shoes, please let me know, because we want to make sure that we kind of wear those things out a little bit, because running in new shoes can actually be worse for your feet in the beginning. So if you do buy some new shoes, put them on, wear them around the house, walk in them for maybe a couple days before you just start running in them, so that your feet can get used to them. But if you do have any questions about running shoes or recommendations, shoot me an email. I can send you maybe a link or something that you can get some good shoes at. But that's just very important. Even for the middle school students, you don't have to go crazy with price, but you really want to make sure that you can get good shoes. You don't want to injure your feet. Then if you are a high school runner, this is very important. It is very, very recommended that you get high school spikes. So they are called cross-country spikes. They are very thin shoes that you screw on, half-inch spikes. It's almost like mandatory. You will see such difference in your PRs and your times in the season if you can have cross-country spikes. So if you were a middle school student last year and you don't have them for this season, you need them. So again, please contact me. I will send you a link of some good cross-country spikes. But if you just go online, or if you go to any running store, they will have them there for you. But you cannot get over, this is very important, half-inch spikes. They have to be less than that, okay? So they cannot be more than a half-inch of the spikes. So just make sure you know the actual spikes that you would put in. So just make sure that you follow the rules on that. And if you have questions about it, please let me know. But those two things, make sure that you get before the season begins. One thing that Leslie Stanley wanted me to know, who is the admin of the athletic department here at Christian Life, is that all physical forms are due at the beginning of practice. So August 16th, which means if your student is in need of a physical, they need to go get a sports physical as soon as possible. She did let me know that they do not need an actual physical with your actual doctor. All they need is a sports physical, which I believe you can get at any, you can get that at a Target pharmacy, you can get that at, or not pharmacy, but the healthcare that's there, or any smaller place that you can get just a sports physical. I don't think that they're that expensive, but if your student's physical is not up to date, you're going to need to do that before the first official day of practice. She will send me a list of students at that first day of practice who do not have a physical, and they will not want them to practice. So that is very important that you do that. So if you have any questions, feel free to email Leslie Stanley or shoot me an email and I will forward you to her. Another thing that you should be aware is that they will be charging your CLS account on September 1st. So just know that if you have already paid tuition possibly for this school year, you might have an extra fee then for the athletic fee. So just know that that will be coming on your account on September 1st. This next section that I want to talk about is Team Snap. So this is what Christian Life Athletics functions out of. I do know that Coach Thomas did not use Team Snap that much. He did a lot of things, maybe a little old school, things with paper and things like that. I love paper, but the athletic department is really encouraging every sport to use Team Snap for pretty much everything. That's where the schedule of practices, meets, communication, everything pretty much goes through Team Snap. So if your student is not registered on Team Snap, you will not be billed the athletic fee, your student will not be able to participate in meets. Your student will not be able to participate in practices. So it's very important. I do have a link that I can send you. So if you are like, I have never heard of Team Snap before, please go on Team Snap. I believe you make an account, and then I can actually send you a link, and it will actually take you to the Team Snap. So actually, don't even make an account yet. Just email me and say, hey, I need to register my student on Team Snap. I have the link that goes right to the cross country page. You would click on that link and register your student right on there. But that actually gives me your parent information, your phone number, your email address, so I can contact you if a meet is canceled or if practice is canceled. If you're not registered on Team Snap and a meet is canceled, you will not know. So it is very, very, very important that you are registered on there. All athletics is put on Team Snap. So please get registered on there. If you have any questions, again, let me know and I can send you that link so that you can get on there. One really quick thing is I am hoping to have possibly a sign-up sheet for parents to sign up to maybe bring snacks at the meets. So things like oranges, bananas, granola bars, maybe like a sweet treat for after they finish their race. I'm hoping to get that sign-up sheet out to you soon. And I will just kind of have blanks throughout the meets. And if you feel like you would love to donate and bring some snacks for the runners, that would be awesome. That doesn't mean you as a parent can't give your own kids some snacks throughout their meets this season. I would highly encourage you to do that. But I think it would be really helpful if we could have a bigger option for every student, just in case somebody forgot. So be aware of that sign-up sheet. I will try to get that out to you as soon as possible. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that for the middle school team, I do believe that Troy is trying to get someone to actually be the middle school coach. I would be over kind of the whole program, whereas then we would have a middle school coach who would really help them with their runs and their workouts and definitely go to their meets, because I will be unable to make all of the middle school meets. So I believe Troy has somebody in mind. And we're kind of just waiting on kind of the final contract and things like that. But we will have another coach as well joining our team. So I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that as well. So this is the final video. Hopefully I hit everything that I wanted to hit, and hopefully you were filled in with a little bit more information than maybe you had before the video. Again, if you have any questions about any of the information that I talked about, please email me or give me a call or text me. I will get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, I will see all of you on August 16th for our first official day of practice at 9 a.m. I'm excited for this season. I'm praying that everybody can do the best that they can this year. And if you have any friends at school that you think would be good at cross country, please let them know and let their parents know and have them message me, email me, and I will send them the link to sign up, because we want more runners so that we can be a better team. So very excited about the season. Thanks for listening. Again, let me know if you have any questions. See you guys then.